with Boreas monitoring.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Will Baird with Boreas, and I'm a co-founder. And for what has felt like my entire life, I've been working in fertility laboratories. And from very early on, I remember being skeptical of the methods that we were using to monitor the liquid nitrogens that are used to store eggs, embryos, and sperm cells. Meet my daughters, Lottie and Gal. In 2018, my wife and I went through fertility treatment and created these 3 beautiful embryos. The largest of which became my firstborn daughter, Lottie, while the other 2 were moved into a liquid nitrogen tank for long-term storage. And these tanks provide the optimal environment for storing biological materials, such as embryos, due to their ability to maintain ultra-low temperatures. In April of last year, we thawed one of these embryos, and in January, we welcomed Gal into this world. It is our hope that that 3rd embryo will one day become a little brother or sister to our 2 girls. Unfortunately, I know through my experience working in this industry that not everybody gets to have the same happy outcome. And there's a downside to storing irreplaceable biological materials in these tanks, and that is that they can fail. And when they do, individuals that may have frozen prior to chemotherapy, military deployment, or a multitude of other reasons may lose their chance of ever creating a family. And these failures are not only devastating for the patients involved, they're also financially ruinous for the fertility clinics that are responsible for guarding these precious samples. In an industry that utilizes cutting-edge science to make people's dreams come true, how is something as rudimentary as a yardstick being used to measure the levels of liquid nitrogen in these tanks? And why are they relying on technology that cannot detect a failure event until it's too late? At Boreas, we knew there was a better way. And so we were born out of this need for a solution that will prevent these types of failures from ever occurring. Our patented weight-based remote monitoring system measures the levels of liquid nitrogen in the tank and can provide early warning that can detect a failure event at least 18 times sooner than the status quo. Our dashboard eliminates the need to manually monitor these tanks and provides laboratory personnel with an instant snapshot of the health of their tank. But most importantly, it generates alarms and notifications on their mobile phones, so no matter where they are, another part of the lab, at home, or on the road, they'll instantly know if there's a problem that needs to be resolved. At Boreas, we are a technology company that is providing a business-to-business software-as-a-service solution for organizations that are monitoring liquid nitrogen tanks. For $1,800 a year per tank, Boreas will provide both the hardware and software that's necessary to protect these tanks. Globally, there are 500,000 of these tanks in circulation, representing $900 million in annual recurring revenue. And due to our experience and connections, our intention is to initially target the IVF market, but as we grow, we will address adjacent larger market opportunities in the biorepository, academia, and animal husbandry markets. We have also placed our system in 6 clinics across the United States for beta testing and customer validation. And after stress testing our product in the field, we're making upgrades to the hardware and software, and we will then begin a pilot program for these 10 clinics, which would represent $400,000 in potential revenue. To date, we have achieved sales traction from 2 of our beta sites. And with 80 plus years experience in the IVF industry, Boreas is positioned to bring a product to market that's going to replace archaic monitoring methods that are used in laboratories today. This all began in 2018 with the dissatisfaction that the founders felt with the current monitoring systems on the market, and we slowly began taking steps towards transforming this idea into a product. Over the next 6 months, we're going to market, looking to raise a $500,000 pre-seed round to catalyze our sales and marketing strategy and hit our goal of reaching $1 million in annual recurring revenue in 2024. Our idea is that we would use this initial product offering to land in laboratories and expand to monitor their entire suite of essential laboratory equipment. Thank you for letting me share the story of Boreas with you all today. And if there's anyone in the audience who wants to help the company bring a vision to market that truly has the power to change lives for the better, please feel free to connect. Thank you.